Screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy,
both guys. Hey guys, my name's Dan. Today I'm reacting to John Wick Chapter 4 pitch meeting. And I'm kind of wondering why this took so long, because normally with new movie releases, he likes to get them out maybe like a couple of weeks after their release. This has been out for a while. It's even out on streaming services, which is actually how I watched it. I was like, thank God, like, he waited until this movie came out on streaming service so I didn't have to pay for it. But it is interesting that he would wait this long. Part of me thinks that maybe like some of the points that he wanted to make, maybe like in the background, it's like play that particular scene, and that particular scene wasn't in the trailer, so that might be why. We'll have to see just exactly how that goes. I probably won't remember, honestly, because I don't really remember the trailer, but that might be why he did this. But before we get into all that and see all that, please do check all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, the pitch meeting link and Ryan George's link. They're great ways to support him, and a great and easy way to support me is by going right below this video, clicking all those buttons down there. Guys, I always like to see future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel grow. And without any further ado, let's go.
So, you have a new John Wick movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. But I have to say, we got a lot of compliments on how the first movie was like a tight 90 minutes, so I'm a little concerned about your request to double it. Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, double it.
Okay, it's 3 hours
so
long.
We're doing a 3-hour John Wick movie. 3-hour movies are tight. All movies have to be 3 hours now.
God, no.
I did notice that. Yeah, it seems a little excessive sometimes. No exceptions. Okay, so tell me about this movie that takes up 1/8 of a day. It must have been hard for John Wick to survive being shot multiple times and falling off a building. Actually, it was super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, well, see, he did this thing where he was John Wick.
He's the main character.
So anyway, in this movie, there's a new bad guy at the high table, and his name is the Marquis, right? And he was only given this seat because he promised he could kill John Wick. So he's chosen death. Yeah, but this guy's been given all the resources of the high table, so he kills Winston's concierge and he destroys the New York Continental. Oh, no, that's where the killers like to sleep. And so John Wick's going to go to the Continental in Osaka, Japan, because he's friends with the guy who runs it, but the Marquis is going to send some bags of meat over. What? Sorry, some assassins. Gotcha. So there's going to be some
bags of meat. Oh, God, that's so terrible to call nameless characters that.
Really cool fight stuff. There's going to be like this dark room that just has boxes of light and artwork and whatnot. Well, for places you're not allowed to do murders in, these places sure do have a lot of cool places to do murders.
Yeah, they do.
They sure do, sir. And the Marquis is also going to hire an old friend of John's, this guy named Kane. And what's his deal? He's got a cane. That makes sense. And even though this guy is blind, he's still like a crazy skilled fighter. I was thinking we could get Donnie Yen to play him. Donnie Yen is a blind guy who's good at fighting. That sounds familiar. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. So Kane and John are going to basically say each other's names to each other for the duration of the movie, so that's going to be pretty cool. But just saying someone's name isn't cool. Producer guy, screenwriter guy. Oh, that was cool, right? It's the coolest. Oh, wow. So anyway, we're also going to introduce this new guy, and he goes by Tracker. And what's his deal? He's a good tracker. He tracks John Wick the whole time. Oh, they are fantastic at naming in the John Wick universe. And a really cool thing about this guy is that he's got a really well-trained attack dog, so that's going to be pretty new and exciting. Didn't we already do that with Halle Berry's character? Yeah, but I mean, this is going to be more exciting because she had 2 dogs and he's got 1. That's less dogs. How is that more exciting? I don't know. That's the first time I said that out loud.
Oh, God, no!
Well, it is, yeah, mathematically. Okay, well, I mean, as long as there's some canine presence. There will be, and this doggie's good at playing peekaboo. What? So anyway, John Wick's going to go from country to country killing people because there's a massive bounty on his head. How does he get around from country to country so easily? Oh, he's a valued customer of off-screen airlines. That'll do it. And so after a whole lot of deceased people, Winston's going to tell John about a way he could end this whole thing. Oh boy, is he finally going to take down the high table like we've been building towards? No. Yeah, no, he just puts together a plan to kill this Marquis guy and save his own skin. And how does he plan on doing that? Well, it turns out there's this old high table tradition where you can challenge somebody to a duel. Okay. But only on behalf of a crime family, so John's got to join his old crime family, but to do that, he's got to go kill a guy. I feel like you're just constantly making up old high table traditions to justify extended fight scenes. Well, sir, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's what these movies are. It's just maybe the setup's gonna get a little repetitive, but it's gonna look cool. I know. There exists an old tradition in Hollywood that if a scene looks cool, you must allow the writer to get there by any means necessary.
Yeah.
You're really gonna invoke the rule right now? I am. Screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy.
Both guys.
So anyway, John Wick is gonna kill a bunch of people in very cool settings, and as usual, there are a bunch of dancing civilians that don't give a crap about any of it. Sick. There's also gonna be this extended scene at a roundabout in Paris where John and some bad guys keep getting hit by cars, and the cops don't show up at all. Well, technically, we established in the first movie that cops are aware of the high table, so they just allow mass public killings. That's cool with them. Sure, okay.
Apparently.
So eventually we're gonna be like, okay, now John Wick has to get to a church before sunrise for the duel, or else he'll be executed, which is a thing they haven't been able to do for 4 movies. Uh-oh. But not before falling down hundreds of stairs like a cartoon character for an extended period of time. Okay. So then he manages to make it to the duel on time with the help of Kane, but the Marquis has nominated Kane, so now John and Kane have to shoot each other. Yikes! So what do? Well, John lets himself get shot a couple times and then kills the Marquis on a technicality. Amazing. Yeah, it's very cool. Then John goes to Winston like, hey, Winston, can you take me home? Oh. No, not like that, as in he's dying now and he wants Winston to bring his body. John Wick dies? It seems like he does, unless we decide that we don't want that to be the case. Wow. Well, you know, maybe we have squeezed enough out of this story of a guy whose dog gets killed. Maybe. Unless...
I didn't know this! I didn't know the John Wick TV show, The Continental Greenlit Stars, officially gives their John Wick spin-off TV series based on The Continental, the green light, with Keanu Reeves set to appear eventually. So I wonder if that's like sort of like a side story, like within like their current timeline. But then again, I don't know why I'm trying to make sense of this, because I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you're going to see this movie to expect for there to be no plot holes, expect for everything to make sense, you're gonna have a bad time. Let's just be real, right? You're going into this movie and you're gonna see awesome fight scenes, crazy stuff happening, John Wick randomly surviving this, surviving that, and all these other things that you shouldn't survive from. Hell, he fell off of a freaking building and he was fine. He was fine. And then we got into this, and apparently there's a TV show which they're implying that maybe, just maybe, it's sort of like continuing the story eventually. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how are you gonna have a show called The Continental without, like, the star, like, who, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you have The Continental without John Wick, without Keanu Reeves? Maybe flashbacks, but nobody really wants to see flashbacks, right? They want to sort of, like, continue the story, whatever the story it is that they decide to make up, I guess. So, repeating myself here, but as I said, go to this movie, turn your brain off, enjoy the action, enjoy the fight scenes, enjoy all that. Or don't go at all, because you're not going to have a good time if you want a clear, coherent story with no plot holes and things that actually make sense. So that will do it for me here. Comment down below, let me know what you thought about John Wick Chapter 4. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please check all those links I have for you down in the description below. And lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my $5 and up supporters on Patreon: Luchador, Cruising, Wolverine 310, welcome back, Jordan Bird, Kester Crodage, Amber K, Raymond Bright, Chris Curtis, Haley Machinarni, Larka, Fox Cacophony, and Morgan Page. And I'll see you guys next time.